Alright, so this is Sam with Real Tech Academy, and today we're going over how to do the node exercises. So, first step is opening up a terminal like this one. If you're a Windows user, then you're going to want to open up git bash instead of the command line. From there, we're going to run npm install-g wta. And what that will do is it will make it so that we're actually able to do these exercises. You should only ever have to do this once, or any time that the package gets updated, and you shouldn't have to run this ever again. So you don't need to run this command every time that you want to do an exercise. Okay, so what that's going to do is it's going to go install this little program that we wrote. If you notice, the version is 0.0.27. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to use the skills that we learned from the video about how to navigate using the command line to go to our exercises folder inside our WTA projects folder that you made on your first day. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to see where I am right now. So I do ls, and I know that in documents is where I'm going to be able to find what I'm looking for. So I go to documents. Alright, and then I want to go to dev, so I cd into dev. Else again, see what's in there. Okay. Alright, I've got WTA node exercises. Node exercises is the one where mine are currently kept. Alright, so in here I've got a file. In fact, let's actually remove that. Alright, so I don't currently have anything in here. But to do my first exercise, I'm going to say WTA. And so what this is doing is it's running that program from before called WTA that you installed earlier. And so it's telling me that there are 4 available commands in this program. I can say exercise, I can say hint, I can say test, I can say gen. So the first one is actually, let's run exercise first. So I'm going to say WTA exercise. Okay, it's telling me I made a mistake. I need to actually put in the exercise number. So I'm going to say WTA exercise 0. Alright, so right now it's describing to me the requirements for this exercise. So write a small function called mimic that takes a parameter called string and returns the value of string twice. For example, mimic hi should return hi hi, mimic howdy should return howdy howdy, mimic empty string should return just a normal empty string. Alright, so now I know more about what this exercise is supposed to do, or what I'm supposed to do in it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say WTA, well, you notice again, so ls, there's nothing in here. I'm going to say WTA gen 0 in order to generate the 0th exercise. Alright, so if I else again, notice how we've got this file here, exercise0.js. Okay, so if we go over and take a look at that, it's got the directions listed up here all over again, and then it's got a function already written out for me that already takes the appropriate parameter name. However, it's the code here in the middle that I'm going to have to edit. So let's see. Alright, how about we just return string? So whatever they give me, I'm going to give that right back to them. So we go back here, and now that I've saved that file, I'm going to do WTA test 0. And what this will do is it will test my solution for exercise 0. Alright, so it looks like I failed all 3 of the tests. So this first test is mimic, passing in the string blah, and it expected blah blah, but instead just got blah. And same for Steve, expected Steve, but it only got Steve. Alright, so I'm having trouble figuring out what I did wrong. So I'm going to say WTA hint 0, and this will give me some hints. Okay, so it's telling me to try Googling along the lines of concatenate strings in JavaScript or how to add strings JS, or also to make sure that the final value of the square is stated on the same line after the return keyword. Okay. So let's create a variable called final string, and we're going to set it to be string plus string, and then we're going to return final string. So let's save that. Let's run our tests again. Alright, and this time we passed. So we can go through the exact same process for exercise 1. Now that we've finished exercise 0. Alright, so this one's different. Write a small function called square that takes a parameter called num and returns the square of num. For example, square 3 should return 9, square 1 should return 1, square negative 1 should return 1. Okay, so in this case I would WTA gen, not 0 because I already did 0, but we're doing exercise 1 right now, so WTA gen 1. Alright, if we else notice how we now have the exercise1.js in there. And if we go over here, we've got available right there. And if we say WTA test 1, alright, looks like it managed somehow to pass the first test, but it failed the second and the third one. Alright, so this is the exact same pattern that you can go through for each of these exercises. In fact, if you want, you can just start off by saying WTA gen, and then whatever exercise number you're supposed to do. You don't necessarily have to run WTA exercise and then the exercise number, because you're going to get those same directions inside the file that's generated for that exercise.